Okay, so here we are. This is Lover's Key. This is us coming over the new building that they just built, the display building. And this is the bridgeway or causeway bridge, whatever, that takes you down towards the beach. Takes a left there, goes down another mile or so, and goes across a different bridge. So Hurricane Milton, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Ian all took a whack at this place, and it chewed away on the shoreline here. The sand has been pushed up and over and into the estuary there, and it has it basically destroyed a significant part of the shoreline there. So the Lover's Key is just a place that is just one of a kind. It's very special. There is nature trails inside of it. There's Black Island is back in there, and there is almost like a 2-mile kayak trail that you do back through there. It comes off of Little Carlos Pass, which is the other side in the Bay Area. The inner key of Lover's Key is it's kind of an island. You really can't get to it. The long key part of Lover's Key is a part that you really don't have access to either. There used to be a gazebo here, and there used to be a nice bathroom setup down by the beaches, and there used to be a nice place to get souvenirs and snacks. This is relatively new. It's only been in for a couple of years. The Friends of Lover's Key have been intricately involved in that. I don't know what you would call it. It's basically it's some place to display the history and the nature. Right here is the kayaking area, and this is the basically it's a nature water trail. And if you want to see manatees, this is a great place to go. This right here we're coming up on is the entrance to the park, and there used to be a nice little building there, and it has been destroyed. So they're working on these parks. A lot of the parks, Newton Park in Fort Myers Beach, Bowditch Park in Fort Myers Beach is the north end of Fort Myers Beach. Not much has been done with either of those. This is the Lover's Key boat ramp. They repaired the boat, the floating boat docks here pretty quickly. There used to be a place here to get bait and to get ice and things like that, and it is gone. So this is where that gigantic sand pile was. If you've been following our videos, it was about at one time it was 6 to 7 stories tall. They basically brought all the sand from the Bonita that was on the road down on Bonita, which is Hickory Boulevard, and all that sand that got pushed up from the beach up onto the roads, and they brought it here and they processed it. And what they did is they cleaned it up, and it all ended up on Sanibel, if you can believe that. This right here is the cargo marshaling area, the materials marshaling area for the $90 million bridge that they're putting in across Big Carlos Pass. This material here, this is material that they'll use when they're done with the bridge to bring to do the drainage, the water drainage and stuff like that. All these trailers and stuff like that, these are people that are working on the bridge, and I guess they're from other states. They probably live that way. This is horticulture that came from Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene. It's just been mulched up. That's what that yellow machine is, and it's been mulched up, and they have, since this video was done, they have cleaned all that up. They brought in a bulldozer, and they smoothed it all out. Now, this is the actual bridge that's going over Lover's Key. There's going to be, not Lover's Key, Big Carlos Pass. There is, from what I understand, there's going to be parking that's underneath this for Lover's Key. I don't know if they're going to change the park entrance to here or not. So this right here is, they're getting along. with this pretty well. Those columns, there's one of them, they must have had some sort of a problem with it because they skipped one. They're starting to build it now. And then these platforms that they're building, they basically put those big rods down into the ground. Those columns down into the ground, and they put a whole bunch of them. They have a little jig there that they use, and they pound them in with a gigantic hammer. And then they build a concrete platform at water's level for them, and then they build the columns on top of that. This little bridge that you see is a temporary bridge they built just to set their equipment on while they rebuilt this bridge. That way we didn't have to do without the bridge while they built this bridge. Otherwise, Big Carlos Pass would have been closed off for the 2 years or so that it's going to take to build this. They've had lots of setbacks. I noticed they're setting the cranes down every time they're off now. They weren't doing that before. Maybe it's just because of the Christmas holidays. Maybe they have extended time off, go see family. So that bridge, that if you look at it up from underneath, you can see it's spalling. It's coming apart. There's a lot of cracking going on. And is this necessary? Yes. They're going to eliminate that drawbridge. It's going to be 60 foot off of the water in the middle of the Big Carlos Pass, and I don't know how much longer it's going to take. It's pretty impressive to see them trucks bring those long spans in. They bring 3 of them at a time, and they block off the traffic and stuff. It's pretty far out to sea. They're very long, so basically they have a gizmo that connects to the truck, and then the other end of their truck is actually connected to the actual span, and it's pretty impressive. So this is the ramp going up into to get you up onto the bridge. I actually parked my truck on that ramp when Hurricane Milton was coming in, so I could have a truck over there. Use my wave runners to get to the island. They close the islands off when these storms come in for safety reasons. So, Barry, this is us just showing you Lover's Key and just showing you a little bit of a progress report on the bridge. So it's Remove It Pros Demolition. We are an interior demolition and building demolition company here in Southwest Florida. And if you have any demolition work you need done, we also have a store where we repurpose stuff over in Bonita. It's right behind the Racetrack gas station on Racetrack Road, 28381 Racetrack Road. This is Carlos Point, is what that's called. A lot of that got washed away with Hurricane Ian and Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene. A lot of it got washed away. So we brought some of it back in. You can see the 2 different colors of sand, and they just ran a rake over the whole thing. This is one of the nesting areas that they have for the birds, and they protect it. And this is just giving you a little view of about a mile down on Fort Myers Beach. So it's Remove It Pros Demolition. See you on the next video.